New head coach Chad Morris will face what might be his greatest challenge in his first year with SMU in Week 1 matchup with Baylor. I've got expert analyst Troy West with us now to break down his predictions on the game. Thanks for being back with us, Troy. Now, this line opened up with Baylor as a 33-point favorite and has since gone up to 35.5 points. This is such a tough call on the side because I really don't want to go against a coach like Morris, which is probably changing the offense tremendously for the Mustangs. But look, we're talking about Baylor here, the best scoring offense in the league for the past 2 seasons, while SMU had the second worst offense in college football last season. When you think about that perspective, I just have to go with Baylor here.
Yeah, it's a lot of points, too many for me to actually put a wager on. But in the end, I do believe Baylor is without a doubt capable to beat this team by more than 35. It's a matter of, do they want to beat this team by more than 35 points? So in the end, I really believe it could be like a 51-7 type of football game, maybe even 58-7. Baylor is going to throttle this SMU team. Baylor's got talent all over the board, but Baylor is susceptible to give up a few points as well. And if they do end up giving up 10 to 14 points, it's going to be tough to cover 35. So in the end, it's a pass. But Baylor, this is going to be a great team to bet all year. They're going to be a good over-trender this year. They're going to be just a strong elite football team. I know they lose Bryce Petty, but they got guys that were itching to get in with Bryce Petty last year. These guys will take over. They got 2 guys that I think could still play this year at the quarterback position. There's going to be not a major drop-off like a lot of people think. Baylor's going to be an elite team this year. And like I said, 35, a lot of points. Typically a spread I stay away from, but they're definitely capable to do so.
All right, so Troy, then let's talk about the total here, because as you just said, you think that this could be a really great over situation, but this line is at 73.5. That's a huge number. Maybe the odds makers are thinking that Chad Morris is going to be able to pull off getting into double digits with Baylor, but I'm just not sure I can see it. I think I'm going to go with the under here.
I'm going to pass on it only because I do truly believe Baylor is capable to put up a touchdown just about every time they get the ball, and they can do it within a matter of 2 to 3 minutes. Would not be surprised to see like a 58-21 type of game or a 65-10 game. A lot of different scores that I could see push that total over, but the under could have some value too, because SMU, as you talked about, very poor on offense last year. Baylor, I know, wants to improve on the defensive side of the football if they're going to compete for a national championship. So I think they'll be thriving on the defensive end in this first game against the bad SMU team.
All right, so it sounds like a pass here for you, Troy, in this game, which is perfectly understandable with so many games on the board. It's just not necessary to bet everything, but I'm going to push you to a side here. Would you take the total or the side in this game?
I would probably lean total, and I would actually probably lean over, just because this Baylor offense, they may have 50 by halftime. And then even when you get into the backups, these backups want their cake too, and they could get at least 14, 20 points themselves. So who knows? Baylor could cover the over by themselves. It wouldn't surprise me.
All right, Troy West from allplayswin.com. Thanks again for the insight. Now, Troy, we're just a few days away from the big season kickoff. Tell us what's going on over at your site.
Yeah, we're 24-5 in the month of August. That's in our top plays. That's documented at bestsportspickstoday.com. Unbelievable August, and I'll tell you what, there's going to be not a better handicapping site to come check out Week 1 college football. We've got an outstanding card that we're releasing. Come take a look at what we're doing at allplayswin.com. Appreciate being on the SBR videos. Very small sample size, and I truly believe we're a breath of fresh air when it comes to the handicapping business.
All right, thanks again, Troy.
Thanks, guys.